If you are an intercessor who intercedes for those that are less spiritual than you, you really need to be very prayerful. This spirit that made him poor will stop focusing on him, and it will begin to say, who are you to deliver this man out of poverty? Every act of problem solving is an act of salvation. When you are interceding and praying for those that are spiritually stronger than you, you are delivering yourself from your spiritual level to their level. If you want to be a billionaire, give to a billionaire. When we are saying you must become a problem solver, we don't mean you should only solve the problems of those that are looking up to you only. You should also be solving the problems of those you are looking up to. Every act of problem solving is an act of salvation. You are trying to save someone from a certain calamity by your gift. So this gift, problem solving act, can go towards the underprivileged or those that are even more privileged than you. Because no matter the circumstance of your life, you are the light of the world. Whether you have got enough or not, you are still the light of the world. You are still the salt of the world. So you don't wait until you have got resources to shine your light. You begin to shine your light when you accept responsibility. Even at your smallest level, you can become a problem solver to someone very powerful, someone very great. Now, there are two types of giving which I want you to understand. The first type of giving is when you are giving downwards to the underprivileged, to those that don't have what you have. It's called giving downwards. When you give to the orphans, when you give to the poor, when you give to those that are less privileged than you, you are giving downwards. Such giving is very good, but it requires you to be more prayerful so that you sustain your level in life. If you give downwards, you are simply doing an act of deliverance through your giving. You are trying to rescue someone from their situation by your gift. And because this kind of giving is an act of deliverance, whatever spirit that afflicted them to be in that position will begin to fight you as well. Because there are principalities, there are powers of the dark age that have made people poor, that have made people sick, that have made people to be where they are now. So whosoever comes to lift the one that is down becomes an enemy of the power that brought them down. Whosoever tries to lift someone out of poverty becomes an enemy of the spirits that made that person poor. Whosoever wants to rescue someone out of an anti-marriage spirit becomes an enemy of that spirit which took away their ability to enjoy marriage. This is why a lot of people that give downwards face a lot of challenges. And most of these challenges are orchestrated by the spirits that made these people to be in bondage. So it is very important, if you are a downward giver, to be more prayerful. Because your downward giving is an act of deliverance. And if you are not careful, that spirit that made them to be down can also pull you down. I have met people that come to me and say, Prophet, the day I started helping this kind of a person, that is the day my marriage also began to be confused. The moment I employed this person, that's the moment my company also began to be broken. Let me give an example. If this person is a poor man and has come to you from Zambia with his poverty, and you are a rich woman from South Africa, and he says, "Woman of God, I want you to help me," this is what will be happening. As you try to help him by giving him a solution out of his poverty, this spirit that made him poor will stop focusing on him, and it will begin to say, "Who are you to deliver this man out of poverty? I have been in this family for so long. I have been in this life for so long. Who are you to separate my son from me?" Then this demon becomes your direct enemy, because you are giving downwards. If he is a poor man today, there are spirits that have made him poor. And if you try to bless him, you are frustrating the mission of this spirit. And this spirit will look at you as an enemy. And if you don't pray, this spirit can also make you poor. So that this man has got no one to help him, so that he remains poor. So every time you want to give downwards, every time you want to give to someone who is less privileged than you, you must pray so much so that the spirits of poverty you are provoking do not fight you. If this one is passing through an anti-marriage demon, his marriage is not working, and you are coming to advise him on how to win his marriage, the spirit that broke his marriage may also begin to fight your marriage. This is why any act of deliverance must be associated with your closeness to God, so that whatever you are delivering people from must not harm you. This is what happened to Moses. He was giving solutions downwards. When someone wanted to kill his brothers, he came to kill that person. When someone was in conflict, he came to deliver them from conflict. And the people now wanted to kill Moses. What he did to the Egyptian was about to be done to him, because he was not close to God. It was when he had run to God that he now received power over even Pharaoh, whom he was running away from. So if you are giving downwards, you need to give with an attitude of prayer, because giving downwards provokes spirits. Giving downwards is what most people like, is what most people enjoy. Because each time you are giving downwards, there is a sense of satisfaction that have changed a life. Giving downwards elevates you above the person you are giving to. And by human nature, everyone wants to be a leader. And when you give and people are appreciating, it makes you comfortable. This is why a lot of people love giving downwards. Although it is dangerous, people love it because it gives them power. It creates a name that he has drilled a borehole, so the whole community can now focus on you. It brings pride, which people enjoy. Giving downwards. The Bible is saying, now the Lord had said to Abraham, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. Leave it there. I'll make you a great nation. I'll bless you and make you name great, and you shall be a blessing. It means after this encounter with the Lord, Abraham was moving around as a blessing and not someone in need of a blessing. When he was moving as a blessing to others. Whenever people saw him, they saw a blessing. Whenever people looked at him, they looked at a blessing. Actually, God had to change his name to say, you are no longer Abraham, you are now Abraham. You are a father of all. You are the source. Father means source. It means if people are troubled, you are the source of their solutions from today. You are the blessing Abraham. You are the one that is supposed to be opening their doors. You are not moving in life expecting to be blessed. You are moving in life expecting to bless other people. Because I have made your name great and you have become a blessing. Are we together? So Abraham was moving like a blessing. He was moving as a blessing. Wherever he went, he was a blessing. Even the people that followed him were automatically blessed, not because of anything else done by them, but because they moved with a blessing. The Bible says his cousin Lot began to follow Abraham. And the moment he began to follow Abraham, he also became very rich. Because Abraham was a blessing. Wherever he went, he carried a blessing. He was not in need of any kind of a blessing. He was having all sufficiency. He had every adequacy. He did not lack. He was not poor. There was nothing missing in him. He was a blessing to the world. If Abraham is a blessing, it means when you are giving to Abraham, you are not giving downwards. You are giving to someone who should be giving you. Because he's already a blessing. There's nothing you could bring in the presence of Abraham that could make him excited. Because he had it all. He was a blessing. There was nothing you could bring in presence of Abraham that could make him appreciate. To an extent that if you are a downward giver, giving to Abraham will feel very uncomfortable because he will not appreciate. He will not be excited. He will not be marveled by your gift. He already has it all. But what does the next verse say? Verse 3. I will bless those who bless you. And I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Leave it there. This is a man who lacks nothing. He is called a blessing. It means he has been blessed to a level that is now called a blessing. He's no longer called Abraham. He's now called a what? A blessing. He's now called Abraham, source of other people's blessings. But God says, for you to be blessed, you have to bless Abraham. For you to attain the level of Abraham, you must give to Abraham. You must give upwards. You must take from your bucket and pour in the sea. This type of giving makes you like Abraham. It is not a giving that brings deliverance to the one you are giving to. It is a giving that brings deliverance to you, the giver. Whilst when you are giving downwards to the less privileged, you are delivering them. When you are giving upwards, you are delivering yourself. When you are giving downwards to the poor, to the less privileged, you are rescuing them from their situation. But when you are giving to Abraham, who is already blessed, you are rescuing yourself from your situation to the next level. Because he says, I will bless those who bless you. It means those that give to you, Abraham, your God will give them so that they can become like you as well. Let me give an example. This one is Abraham. This one is the God of Abraham. So it means behind Abraham, there's no demon of poverty. Because Abraham is a blessing. He has risen above every level of poverty spirit. There's a God behind. He has got more than her because of the God he serves. To an extent that if this woman from South Africa gives to Abraham, it is not Abraham who will appreciate or bless her. It is the God that made Abraham what he is that will bless her. It means this kind of giving, my sister, takes you from your level and puts you at the level of Abraham, where his God, who has been blessing him, can also start blessing you. This is why, if you want to be a billionaire, give to a billionaire. Because for him to be a billionaire, there is a power that made him a billionaire, which you also want to touch you for you to be a billionaire. There's a blessing that is behind him, which you need for you to also have a billion. So, when you are giving upwards, what you are doing is, you are not delivering him from poverty. You are delivering yourself from your solely life. So that you can also be called a child of Abraham. The Bible says, and all families of the earth shall be blessed because of you. Am I speaking to you? So two kinds of giving. Giving downwards to deliver the one you are giving to out of poverty, and giving upwards to deliver yourself from your own poverty. So if you want to change levels in life, you don't only give downwards, you also give upwards. Whereby if a billionaire has got a birthday, you bring a gift so that they can remember you and call you for a business meeting later. So you don't go in the presence of Abraham with a mentality of begging from him. You are going to him with a mentality of saying, what can I solve in his life? What can I change in? Although he's already a blessing, he has got everything. But why has God allowed me close to him? What difference can I make in his life? When you try to bring your little light towards him, you motivate his God to begin to favor you with blessings. That's what happens. But most of us, we like begging from blessed people instead of becoming a blessing to them. The Bible is saying, whosoever blesses you, I shall bless him. It doesn't say whosoever begs from you. It means no matter how rich that man is, he still needs a little surprise from you. No matter how powerful your boss is, as a Christian, you must have the courtesy of bringing a gift in his presence. But between the two kinds of giving, people love the downward giving more than the upward giving. Because the upward giving may not attract appreciation. Because you are giving to someone who already has everything. Actually, people say, giving is not only of money and resources. Giving is also of time and prayer. When you pray for someone, you are giving. You are investing in them. The principle of giving remains the same. When you are praying for those that are less spiritual than you, you are praying to deliver them from their captivity in the spirit. But when you are praying for those that are more spiritually superior than you, you are praying for your deliverance from your spiritual bondage. To an extent that if you are an intercessor who intercedes for those that are less spiritual than you, you really need to be very prayerful. Because such act of interceding for those that are lesser in the spirit than you can provoke the evil spirits to fight you and draw you down to their level of spirit. In the same way, when you are interceding and praying for those that are spiritually stronger than you, you are delivering yourself from your spiritual level to their level. When you are praying for Abraham, it means you are blessing Abraham. If you are interceding for Abraham, the God of Abraham will touch you. So you don't intercede for men of God because they have got a problem. You intercede for a man of God because you have got a problem and you want to become like the man of God. So you give upwards. You pray towards the man of God. So that through your intercession, your connection in spirit with him can deliver you from where you are.